Sometimes I'll watch reruns of To Catch a Predator just to remind myself I'm not that bad. It's a good strategy. If you're ever feeling down about yourself, throw on To Catch a Predator, watch those idiots walk into those houses with pizza and Game Boy. Like, wow, I thought she was 18. You realize you're doing quite fine. Last week I threw it on. I was like, you know what? That third cupcake for dessert, not that big a deal. I'm doing pretty amazing, relatively. If you want to feel better about yourself, watch To Catch a Predator. If you want to feel worse about yourself, watch America's Got Talent. Great way to make yourself feel like a useless piece of garbage. Because the things people do on America's Got Talent are just so insanely impressive. And then they also have these crazy backstories of adversity that make it even more impressive. Someone will go up and be like, hi, everyone, my name's Connor. I'm 14 years old. I was born with a very rare eye disease that has rendered me almost completely blind. At the age of 2, I started juggling butcher knives. Which has been tough because of, the blindness. Now I perform and panhandle on street corners to help support my paralyzed single mother. I'm watching, like, yeah, well, I just made an omelet all by myself. Very humbling show to watch. And I can tell the things that people do on America's Got Talent are, like, insanely impressive, but it's too impressive for, like, the average viewer to, like, emotionally connect to, and that's what you want, Like, I just think, like, someone will go up there and be like, hi, judges, for my performance today, I'm going to be solving 30 Rubik's Cubes in 5 seconds while on fire. Or, like, do something crazy. I think you just say something more relatable. I want to see someone go on stage and be like, hi, judges, for my performance today, I will be assembling this IKEA wardrobe without saying the F word. I'd be like, what? No chance. How's he going to do that? I want to see someone go on stage and turn on a television with one button on the first try. Wouldn't that be nice? It's like whoever's making TVs these days are just fucking with people. And they're just like, hey, how about we make it so when they press the power button, the monitor goes on, but the cable box goes off. And you press it again, and flip-flops, they gotta walk over. It'll be funny. It'll be funny. What else is new? I'm trying to eat healthier, which isn't true, and... No, I'm trying. It's just tough, It's tough in this day and age. Sometimes people are like, oh, it's easy. You have such easy access to healthy food. And it's like, yeah, but there are also options. And no one to stop me. There's not a single chaperone in my kitchen. Hundreds of years ago, it was easy to eat healthy because organic food was all they had. To them, it probably tasted good. They had nothing to compare it to. I have eaten a chocolate lava cake. Can't just forget about that experience and act like broccoli tastes reasonable. I've eaten a fried Oreo. Food from the earth? Gross. Last week I ate unsalted almonds. Have you ever had unsalted almonds? They're fucking disgusting. I had to chase it with a shot of queso. I try to eat healthy, especially because, like, my mom's, like, a huge health freak, especially with, like, for example, she'll like beef. She'll only eat grass-fed beef, which is like beef comes from a cow. We'll only eat grass. It's like organic, healthier. And she's always like, Tom, you should only eat grass-fed beef. And I'm like, Mom, do you think I care what the cow ate? I barely care what I eat. Also, beef tastes too good to care where it came from. Right? Like, there's a Five Guys cheeseburger in front. I'm not asking for the cow's resume. I'm eating it. Think I care if the beef came from a cow who only ate grass? I would eat beef if it came from a cow who only ate ass. If a waiter at a restaurant was like, this filet is actually ass-fed beef. Yeah, this cow was a real pervert. And he died pretty quickly, because that's all he ate. And he also did not eat the asses of the brown cows, so we also think he was a little racist. This is racist ass-fed beef. I'd be like, yeah, hurry up, medium rare. You got any other cows back there that'll come out faster? Sure. You got any anti-Semitic crackhead cows? Bring them out. Yeah, that's a weird one. It's good to have like sporting events have some fans in the stands again, but it was a good little breather. Like, if you like going to sporting events, like I do, like most people do, there's just nothing worse than like sitting next to like an obnoxious male sports fan. Like you ever sit next to like the shoot it guy? Shoot it! These guys who think they're like freelance volunteer assistant coaches trying to like impress the girl they're with. Like, shoot it! When you have that shot, you take it. I would know. I played in middle school. It's like all game, shoot it. These guys are like plumbers. Like, trying to tell LeBron James how to play. I don't yell at athletes. It's stupid. And it's also pretty rude. You think about it, because sports are still a profession. You'd never yell like that at someone in any other profession if they weren't performing to your liking. If you're at a restaurant and your food was taking a while to come out, you wouldn't run in the kitchen and be like, cook it! You suck! This Olive Garden should trade you. I like going sporting events, played sports my life. I still like playing pickup basketball sometimes, which is fun, but guys always insist on doing like shirts versus skins. You know? Whenever a guy on the other team's like, we'll be skins. I'm like, you'll be skins? All right, so I'll be going home. I don't want to spend my Saturday grinding on your like hairy, sweaty back. It's not fun. I told him last time, I was like, why do we have to do shirts versus skins? He's like, oh, so we can tell who's on what team. I was like, or we could leave our shirts on and just do faces versus faces. I can see everyone's face and we all look different enough. No one's wearing a ski mask and none of us are twins. I think we can figure it out. As if we're all wearing shirts and someone's like, pass them, and be like, Greg, is that you? I can't tell, I need to see your nipples. Sometimes I think sports team names are funny, like especially college team names. Like a lot of them, and they're a little weird sometimes. Because team names are supposed to be, I don't know, cool or intimidating or something. But then you have some like the Tennessee Volunteers. What a lame name. What's even their mascot? Is there just a guy walking up and down the sidelines like, I'll do it? Dressed in a costume of a normal guy, like I can do it. Go Tennessee. I wish I was that mascot. So I just take it way too far. People are like, where's the Volunteers mascot? Like, he's in Peru building schools. Really, really committing to the role. It's a sensitive time in this world, you know. A lot of people getting canceled it's, you know, unless you've lived a perfect life, brace yourself. It's tough. Even like sometimes, you know, people that finally nitpick about something and they'll get him in trouble. Like honestly, I think if he was around right now, I think even Jesus would get canceled. If he was performing like all the same miracles, people would find something to, like right now, if Jesus cured a blind man, I bet half of the internet would praise him and be like, oh, it's amazing. What a miracle. Thank you, Jesus. The other half of the internet would be like, why didn't he cure a blind woman? Jesus is sexist. Men have had vision for long enough. Some people just make big deals about things nowadays, and some of it's warranted, some of it's not warranted. Some of it's not warranted. It's mostly just white people creating adversity for themselves just to like be a part of it. Like minorities have real problems. Black people are like, cops are killing us, and white people are like, yeah, and gluten. I mean, it's killing us. Sure, it takes longer than a bullet, but it's essentially a poison. I am white. I'm a straight white man. Hold your applause. I am, and I have had a great, very privileged life, which is why I don't pray. I think it's selfish. I don't know if you take a look around the world lately, but God's got a lot on his plate right now. He doesn't need first world prayers clogging up his inbox. So much horrible stuff going on. I can't hit him up because I'm like running late for something, you know? There's like war, poverty, disease. I can't be like, please let me make this ferry to Nantucket, please. I'm gonna be late for mimosas. I bought this vest for nothing. If white people just stop praying for a while, I think God can catch up on some of the serious prayers in the queue and figure it out. Because he's getting serious prayers. He's getting like, dear God, civil war is costing my home, my family, please help me, amen. And God has to be like, well, you're gonna have to wait a little because there's a soccer tryout in Connecticut. And there's only one spot on the team, and Bryce prayed before you. There's an order. There's an order. I can't just bump you up. I grew up religious. I went to Catholic school, so I know all the stories, you know, Catholic stories. The one guy I always felt bad for was Doubting Thomas. Familiar with this character? He's a biblical character. His name's Doubting Thomas, and he was named Doubting Thomas because when Jesus resurrected, rose from the dead. Thomas initially heard the news. He didn't believe it. Seems pretty unfair that everyone in history knows this guy is doubting Thomas. He doubted one thing. That was pretty fair to doubt. Like, his friends came up to him like, hey, remember our buddy Jesus? He just rose from the dead. Thomas was like, you guys are fucking with me. And now he's doubting Thomas forever? That's not fair. I don't think he earned the nickname, frankly. It's not like he was just walking around doubting everything. People coming up to him like, hi, I'm Pam. Doubt it. Didn't earn the nickname. You know what's crazy in that situation was everyone except doubting Thomas. You hear someone rises from the dead, you just believe it. Sure, Jesus did some tricks while he was alive, but, if David Blaine rose from the dead, I'd still have some questions. I don't know where I stand on the religious thing. There's God or not. A lot of unfair stuff happens that makes you question it, People get cancer, cheese is bad for you. It's just... it's tough. I'm skeptical about a few things about religion. One thing I'm skeptical about religion is, the way the Bible was written, because there was crazy stuff going on in the Bible. There was insane events happening. It was like a virgin gave birth to a child. And that child, Jesus, grew up, was performing these crazy miracles. There was tons of other insane stuff going on in the Bible. So I'm skeptical because for all the crazy stuff that the writers of the Bible were witnessing and documenting, the Bible contains very few exclamation points. Those writers were suspiciously nonchalant about the things they witnessed. How is the Bible not in all caps? Then I would believe it. If it was all caps, I'm like, yes, that is how you react to a guy parting an ocean. Definitely yell about Moses. In the Bible, the waters were divided, ends in a period. I'm calling bullshit. If I wrote the Bible, I'd just be now reading from the book of Tommy. Holy shit! Where the fuck am I? This Jesus guy is sketchy, bro. Should we look into any of this? Why am I the only one who's freaking out? Amen. Heaven and hell, it's another thing. I don't know. I don't think there's a heaven and hell. And that's why I hope there isn't. Because I'm living right now I don't think there's a heaven or hell. So I just want to live as long as I can on earth. But heaven's the most perfect place you can be in the world. So I'm going to be pissed, or not the world, but heaven, nothing beats heaven. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to be pissed if I live to be 95 and I die and I go to heaven. I'm going to be mad I stayed on stupid earth for so long. When it was possible to if you're religious and you think you're going to heaven, what are you still doing here? Heaven doesn't have mosquitoes or jury duty. You could be up there right now riding go-karts with Gandhi or whatever, eating drunk pizza for every meal. I don't know what they do up there. And you're still down here, just on hold with Comcast. What, just go to heaven. I'm not saying kill yourself. But I'm saying, why would you not be living on the edge? There's no reason to not do crazy shit if death is the best case scenario. If I was religious, I'd be insane. People are like, where are you going after church? I'm like, I'm going to do ecstasy and tightrope walk the Grand Canyon. I'm like, why? Because if I live, what an experience. And if I die, heaven. It's a win-win. You guys like fucking? I don't have a segue for this. We're talking about, it's time to talk about sex. No segue. Everyone loves sex. There used to be this stigma. It was men are purple and women are no. But we know everyone likes sex. The difference is that men would never turn down sex. That's the difference. If a woman says no, it means no. If a man says no, it means he misheard you. Double check, enunciate. That's the difference. And another one is that men would just do anything for sex. That's the other difference, right? I read this thing recently. And when I say I read, I mean I saw TikTok. And it was basically saying that there's a species of octopi And in order for the male octopus to have intercourse, it has to tear its penis off, place it inside the female, and then it dies. I mean, the commitment. Like, those guys know ahead of time, if they have sex, they'll die. And they're still just like, let's go get some octopusy. Worth it. Ridiculous. I mean, I'm not surprised. You know who else would do that if they had to? Male humans. The streets would be littered with dickless dead dudes. Be stepping over them on your way to work like, oh my God, is that Phil? Oh. Come on, man, they warned us. We had that big meeting. Another big difference between men and women is that like straight women will sometimes like sexually experiment with each other. Straight guys do not, and thank God. No one needs to hear those stories. Not for like a homophobic reason. Straight guys are just gross people. Like women are beautiful creatures. When women tell stories, it's like hot and fun. It's like, oh, what happened? It's like, oh, I hooked up with like Sarah. It was crazy. We like had a bunch of martinis, started making out. I'm like, her hand went up my thigh and like went under my pants. Like, that's hot. You know what's not hot? Hey, what happened last night? I blew Jeff. We split a rack of Natty Lights and some buffalo wings. He reached over to help me fix my Xbox controller. Like, that's just hot for no one. We don't need it. We don't need it. Yeah, one more thing. I was out recently. I got very drunk. I spent the night drinking Long Island iced teas, which don't do that. You know what's in a Long Island iced tea? It's horrifying. Vodka, gin, rum. I'm halfway there. Tequila, triple sec, and Coca-Cola. Like, what, jaywalking is illegal and that drink's not? Who invented that drink? That does not sound like it was invented by a bartender so that people could have fun. That sounds like it was invented by an assassin who lost the poison he was supposed to use. So he just threw together the worst liquids he could find and was like, a few of these should kill someone. And the next day they were like, well, did he die? And they're like, no, but he defied his best friend and made out with 6 people. I guess that's what happens when you drink these. But anyways, I was very drunk and I ended up going home with this girl because I'm a baller. And no, it's like whatever. It's whatever. And like we were in bed, we weren't like having sex, we were like making out, and she asked if I wanted a hand job. So I reached over, grabbed my phone to check the date to see if I time traveled back to 10th grade. To my disbelief, it was 2021. And I'm not complaining. Whatever women want to do to me, I'm very grateful. If you touch a penis in any way, God bless you. These things are disgusting. Penis looks like something you'd see in a documentary about the deep ocean. They're gross. That's why men are lucky, because vaginas are gross, but they're on the inside. We don't have to see them. We just send our guy in there like a bucket down a well. Don't have to see it. Women see penises and they still truck ahead. God bless you, ladies. So anyway, she asked if I wanted a hand job, and then she was like, also, it's gonna be an amazing hand job. And I was like, that's an oxymoron. She was like, also, I'll let you finish wherever you want. And I was like, that's adorable. That you think I'm gonna come close to finishing from my hand job while I'm drunk. Sober, that would be hard. Drunk, -% chance. Helen Keller would have a better chance finishing a Sudoku than I would have finishing a drunk hand job. You ever be a hand job and drunk? It's like when a waiter offers me Parmesan cheese. It's like, all right, just let me know when. I'm like, it's gonna be a while. Almost, not even close.